My name is Jeremy Wagers. I'm going to walk you through a Dometic air conditioner, kind of show you the ins and outs, showing you where you need to start, how the power flows, show you some of the different devices and different things on this air conditioner.
Hey, welcome to another one of Todd's 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday, brought to you by the National RV Training Academy. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday.
So let's start up right here. If you don't know, this is your thermostat. This runs off of your 12 volts, off of your battery that comes either if you're in a travel trailer, usually it'll be on the tongue of your coach, or in a fifth wheel or a Class A, it might be in a compartment somewhere. This is where that 12 volt signal is going to be ran off by this. This guy right here, actually what runs our air conditioner up on your roofs. It's what makes our fans go either high fan, low fan, or it makes our compressor come on to be able to cool down your unit. So once we go ahead and we're going to send our 12 volt signal from this thermostat up here to where this is our control box for a Dometic air conditioner. Now, you're going to see the control box is usually going to be mounted what we call the return airspace. What we've got this guy will be right up in there. What it'll do, this will say have relays built inside of it. And what that does is whenever this 12 volt says, okay, we want our high fan or our low fan or our compressor to turn on, this is going to have relays, it's going to close. And what that's going to do is it's going to make the 12 volt relay in there close. It's going to send 120 volts out of this guy right here. This is what we call our 6-pin wiring harness. On our Dometic units, this is what's going to carry the power on up to the roof itself. So now I went through these basic components here. I'm going to kind of transition over now to this unit that you're going to see up here on your roof. Now when you go ahead, this piece of equipment right here is called your shroud. Then we also have, now on a Dometic unit, they use a foam-like material. So once we get in here and we take all this out, now you're going to be able to see we've got a bunch of different components on here. I'm going to walk you through it. So first of all, you're going to see we have a set of coils here, and we also have a set of coils here on the back. Those are our evaporator and our condenser coils. So what this does is it has refrigerant traveling through it to either compress it down to make it colder, or it takes that hot air that's getting sucked in through this return airspace, and it travels that through that refrigerant outside and gets blown out through our fan blade right here. Now for continuing on and you come in here and look a little closer, you're going to see we have our fan motor, which is going to blow air on our condenser, and our evaporator coils on the inside and the outside. Now over here, this is where things can get kind of tricky. These are what we call our capacitors. This is what kind of gives our fan and our compressor that extra little kick to get things going. Now if we're going to want to kind of mosey on over here, this is what I call the heartbeat of our air conditioner. This is the compressor itself. So if you look up here, we have some safety devices. We have what's called a heat overload. It monitors temperature of your compressor, saves it from getting damage done to it if things get too hot. Now also what this guy's main job is it's going to take that refrigerant inside of it, compress it down to be able to make less hot air. Now obviously, you know, if we could, I'd love to be able to snap my fingers in my air conditioner, pull out ice cold air, my unit be nice and cold. Now what this does, it's going to take hot air from inside our coach and just continually recycling it until what we set over here on our thermostat, and it reaches that temperature, and then we become satisfied. One thing I would say for the new RVers especially, get a cleaning schedule done. I always say at least minimal 2 times a year. I'm always going to suggest in the spring and in the fall. Why I suggest in the spring and the fall? Because let's face it, that's the not hot times part of the year. I'm going to get up there, I'm going to clean my inside coils and my outside coils to make sure that I'm not putting any extra strain here on my compressor itself. Thanks for traveling along with me to the Dometic. Stay tuned as I walk you through a Coleman next. And there's your tech tip.
All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today. Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers.
Say something loud. From the realm of things. Okay. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Huh?
started singing the song again.
I know, right? I was getting ready to. Hi, no. Ding, da, da, ding.